Welcome to Old Horizon, where every new dawn brings fresh motivation and hope. Today we reflect on powerful words from some of the most inspirational figures in history. These quotes remind us that no matter what life throws at us, there's always a way forward, a way to grow, and a reason to keep going. Let's start with a profound thought from Oprah Winfrey. Failure is a great teacher, and if you are open to it, every mistake has a lesson to offer. Failure is inevitable, but instead of fearing it, we can embrace it. Each mistake is a stepping stone towards success, a lesson waiting to be learned. So don't be afraid to fail, be afraid of not learning from it. Next up, we have a quote from Dolly Parton, a woman who carved her own path. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. Too often we follow paths laid out for us by society or even by our own fears. But remember, you have the power to create your own destiny. If you're unsatisfied, don't wait for change, be the change. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today, said Will Rogers. It's easy to get caught up in past mistakes or regrets. But remember, every new day is a chance to start over. You can't move forward if you're holding on to yesterday. Let go and embrace the present moment. Marilyn Monroe once said, "Keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about." It's easy to get lost in the challenges of life, but even in the toughest moments, there's always beauty to be found. Sometimes all it takes is a smile to remind ourselves of the good things around us. Paulo Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, brings us this gem. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Self-improvement is contagious. When you work on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll find that the world responds in kind. Whether it's through your work, relationships, or personal goals, the effort you put into yourself will radiate outwards. George Lucas once said, "Be persistent and never give up hope." Persistence is the key to achieving anything in life. The journey might be long and challenging, but the only way you truly fail is if you stop trying. Hope and persistence are the forces that will carry you through the toughest times. And then there's Audrey Hepburn, who reminds us, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." This playful yet profound thought is a reminder that our limitations often exist only in our minds. What seems impossible today can be tomorrow's reality with the right mindset and determination. Finally, let's end with a thought from Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to each other. Swindoll. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Don't watch the clock do what it does. Keep going, Sam Levinson. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, Steve Jobs. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity, Albert Einstein. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop, Confucius. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now, Chinese proverb. Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change, Jim Rohn. Believe you can and you're halfway there, Theodore Roosevelt. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, John Lennon. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life, it goes on, Robert Frost. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference, that you have lived and lived well, Ralph Waldo Emerson. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you, Brian Tracy. Difficulties in life are intended to make us better, not bitter, Dan Reeves. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin, Tony Robbins. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain, weaving green. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful, Joshua J. Marine. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. Life is too important to be taken seriously. Oscar Wilde. A parent's love is whole, no matter how many times divided. Robert Broad. Behind every young child who believes in themselves is a parent who believed. First Matthew L. Jacobson. To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world. Dr. Seuss. There is no friendship, no love like that of the parent for the child. Henry Ward Beecher. A father's goodness is higher than the mountain, a mother's goodness deeper than the sea. Japanese proverb. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. Anne Frank. Love as powerful as your mother's for you leaves its own mark. To have been loved so deeply will give us some protection forever. J.K. Rowling. The most important thing a father can do for his children is to love their mother. Theodore Hesburgh. Parenting is not about perfection, it's about purpose unknown. A mother's arms are made of tenderness and children sleep soundly in them. Victor Hugo. The best inheritance a parent can give their children is a few minutes of their time each day. Orlando Aloysius Batista. At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of parents. Shane D. How? My heroes are and were my parents. I can't see having anyone else as my heroes. Michael Jordan. The greatest legacy we can leave our children is happy memories. O.G. Mandino. First your parents, they give you your life, but then they try to give you their life. Chuck Palahniuk. Parents are not just caregivers, they are the architects of our earliest dreams and the builders of our future selves unknown. What it's like to be a parent, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but in exchange it teaches you the meaning of unconditional love. Nicholas Sparks. The best thing a parent can do is to lead by example. Drew Barrymore. A child who is loved by their parents will grow up to love the world unknown. There is no way to be a perfect parent, but a million ways to be a good one. Jill Churchill. In the end, it all comes down to choices. Life presents us with opportunities, but it's up to us to decide who we become. Take charge of your life. Decide today to be the person you've always wanted to be. As the horizon shifts from one day to the next, remember that each new dawn brings a fresh start, a chance to become a better version of yourself. Thank you for watching Old Horizon. Subscribe and join us on this journey of growth, hope, and endless possibilities.